welcome. This is the Between Us podcast. Got some co-hosts with me. What's up, guys?
What's up? What up? What up? What up? You want to talk to them a little bit about what the podcast is about and why we're doing this?
Yeah. So
Whoa. First of all, introductions.
my bad. So my name is Cheeks. Some of you might know me by my nickname Abraham. I'm married. Have 2 girls. I'm a girl dad. Yeah, and I work in the world of music.
That's good. It's good. My name's Jonathan. I have 2 kids as well. One's 6 years. She's Zoe's 6 years old, and Zion is 4 months and married. So, yeah, we have all interesting lives. So, we're excited about this.
So my name's Alex. I have 2 girls as well, a 12-year-old and a 7-year-old.
Damn.
Yeah, bunch of girls in the family, and starting to have some boys in the family now.
Finally.
So, we're 3 brothers. I'm the oldest of the 3, Jonathan and Cheeks.
Yeah, so we kind of just wanted to get together, and we're a pretty tight-knit family, and we hang out a lot and do a lot of cool things together. And
Is that a thing anymore? Like families being close?
it should be at least. But we thought that we do this every Sunday. We usually have dinner at our parents' house every Sunday night, and we end up hanging out, just telling cool stories and just laughing and hanging out and doing life. You know what I mean? And so we just what if we kind of just put this on camera and record it and see if there's anything that anybody can relate to, laugh about, whatever. We're just gonna do life. We're gonna have fun doing this, telling stories, doing a whole bunch of cool things. But we just thought, hey, why don't we get together and share our challenges, our joys, our successes and our failures, and kind of have fun doing it. So we're excited about doing this. And for whoever's out there that's watching us or listening to us, we hope that you're able to have fun along with us. And hopefully through all the craziness that we talk about, there's something that you can relate to and kind of just see where it goes.
Tight. So where do we start? How long you guys been married?
Ooh.
I legit don't know.
Jeez.
I've been married for going on 8 years.
Damn. Sorry.
No, you
8
been married
years?
longer than me, dude.
2016.
Oh, so I got married before you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were the
okay.
first one.
I thought you got married first.
Nope.
I got married 2015, so 9 years.
Damn, I've been married 5 years.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, it goes
Sure.
by crazy fast. Yeah,
Flies.
2015. So, well, yeah. See, you said when was yours again?
5 years ago.
Okay,
I suck at math, so I'm not even gonna try.
5 years
17.
ago. Okay, yeah. So
17. Dang,
a
bro.
little bit.
18
different,
maybe?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
We'll come around there.
I'm 7 years apart from you, Jonathan.
I thought it was 6.
I'm 29. You're 36,
Yeah, 7 years.
and you're 39.
39.
You're 39,
No,
bro.
I'm 38.
Oh,
I'm
dang.
gonna
I
be
was about to
39.
Oh,
say,
yeah,
you're
our older
old.
sister Sarah.
She's
I
39.
think 39.
For real?
Shout out, Sarah.
Shout out.
Damn, she's old, bro.
She's a little. No, they say 30 is the new 20s, so I think it's.
Who
it's-
says that?
Everybody does. I think it's everything.
never
It's
heard
and I think
40
we'll
is the
talk a
new
little bit
20,
about
I
this.
think.
No, it's the saying it's 30 is the new 20. It's all about perspective, you know what I mean, and how you view it. So,
How do you view age?
oh gosh, well, what do you mean? That's a very
It's
Big
different. I used to see things different 10 years ago when I was 29, 30.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, you're always going to be young. Now when I'm hitting 40, it's like, okay,
yeah.
it's a different place mentally.
Dang.
And I said, like I look at it, you know what I mean. Obviously, you look at it with a different perspective, but I think you're a lot more intentional with the time that you have left. With your spouse, with the kids, with your career, whatever that is. It's like I feel like not necessarily that there's a sense of urgency, but there is this like, okay, I'm not getting younger. I don't want to waste time. How am I being intentional with the time that I have left? So
I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
Being intentional with everything.
Dang. So what's something that like you guys view different as an adult now? Whether it's like, man, this is stupid. I used to think this was cool back then, or like, what part of adulthood are you in? Personally, I used to hate naps. I used to hate naps. I love them.
Waste of time.
It was a waste of time. Like, bro, you're going to sleep in the day. What the frick? I love naps now.
That's legit, bro.
Sunday
In
Sunday
Spain,
afternoon.
people take a nap every day.
Well, we're in America. Okay,
But I'm just saying,
we're in America.
they got it
We
right.
just celebrated 4th of July.
They got
What's
it
a
right.
kilometer? I don't.
But
I
I
don't know.
think, but I mean, even though we're in America, I think we should try to implement something like that.
Naps are
Yeah.
good, man. I took naps
I
for
know.
granted.
Can you imagine eating lunch every day at 2 or 1 in the afternoon, and then everybody taking a nap, and then going back to work to finish up your day?
I think as long as
You know
you're,
what peaceful life
I
would
take
be?
a nap at work.
You already took a nap at work.
I think as long as you're productive, you know what I mean, that can work out. But like for me, is I don't like taking naps.
I'm just kidding. I don't
because
take naps at work. All right, so
You don't like taking naps,
I don't
brother.
like I don't like taking naps
Brother.
because the reason why is like
you
if
don't take intentional naps.
Yeah, there you go. Like, yeah, I can't do that because if I try to intentionally take a nap, whether it's half an hour, I wake up very groggy and grumpy, and like it takes me a good hour or so to kind of get back into it, and I don't like feeling sluggish. The whole point of taking a nap is that you feel energized when you wake up. I don't. So for me,
Why is that? What do you
I don't
think?
know. I just don't think naps work for me. I don't know.
I think
maybe it may. I don't know. I
I think you're doing it wrong.
I think like Cheeks. I can't take naps during the week. Like it's just impossible. But like a nice Sunday afternoon nap.
2:00 hits after church.
I know that's when I know you're tired,
You
man.
go to lunch.
Like
then
we
you-
almost didn't make it today. Tell you that much. Right?
A nice nap after lunch on a Sunday is nice, but you don't always get to do that.
No.
Man, but
It's a luxury.
I think
Especially with kids, that's a luxury.
Right.
I think there's a lot of things when you talk about adulting now and things that you would view the different way when you were younger to now. You know what I mean? Like you talked about naps. I think for me, gosh, man, I was been thinking about this. I was talking about it with my wife too, as we're getting older. But for me, is like I used to go to sleep late. Now it's like when it's like 11:30 midnight, I'm falling asleep. Like I can be awake, but I'm like tired. To oppose before I wouldn't.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like I'm starting to get tired a lot sooner now.
Same.
I think that's one thing for me. Where before, man, I wouldn't get tired till like 1, 2 in the morning.
So here in South Dakota, it gets dark like around 10,
Yeah,
like dark.
In the summertime.
during the summer.
During the summer. I've caught myself going to bed and it's still daytime.
You know what I hate? I think this has happened to all of us, and I've seen, memes, videos. But like, say you take a nap during the day and you wake up and you like, what the heck? Like, you don't know what day it is, what time it is. Oh crap! I woke up. I missed school. I missed where then. But that relief when you find out that hey,
You're
it's
an
5
adult.
p.m. or 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. and you didn't miss
Nothing.
going to work or anything, or you know what I mean? It's like, no, you took a nap. Chill. Everything's fine. I think that feeling of knowing, okay, I'm good. But I think for me is that like, man, I get tired a lot sooner.
You guys feel it in your body?
Yeah.
Like your back starts hurting.
Nah, my back doesn't hurt, but I think his does.
Well,
But not for me, though.
It's about like getting older. Like
But you do.
from working when I was 20, 25 and falling off trucks and
Yeah.
hitting your back and just get up and go, and then you're like, oh, that nothing happened, and then 15 years later you're like, oh, that hurts from when I fell off a truck when I was 20.
I think a big one is like, man, when you were 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old, you can have all-nighters and you're good to go and you don't miss a beat. You don't feel like the repercussions the next 2-3 days. Man, if I have anywhere close to having an all-nighter now, like I feel it 2-3 days after.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, yo, like when I was young, I can have, be up for 48 hours and just no problem.
I try to have one at least once a year though.
And play soccer every day
but
for a week.
whatever it is. But now it's like, now as I'm an adult, like I feel it. It's like, if I get anywhere to an all nighter and I go to sleep really really late, man, my body feels it for like the next couple days. It's just it's not the way it used to be. So
Now,
I think that's another thing for me.
you're getting old when like you start debating with yourself what kind of detergent you want to buy for your laundry. Because before, bro, I would just put everything in, just
Right.
whatever soap was there or whatever detergent. Now, I gotta go to Target, get the Gain with the Febreze in it.
Hmm.
And you can't forget the dryer sheets. Same
Yeah,
brand.
those help. We use those dryer balls.
What are those?
They're balls that you put in the dryer.
They're just like a
They're,
tennis ball?
they look like a tennis ball, but they're white. They're a little hard. They're like a tennis ball. I don't know what the heck they're supposed to do. Zoe thinks it's a tennis ball, but it's literally a white ball, and you throw it in the dryer. I don't know the purpose of it,
Hmm.
but it's just to get you to spend money.
Yeah, we
It
just
works,
spent
though.
2 minutes talking about detergents.
Exactly.
And
We're adults.
You know what
Dryer
I mean?
balls.
Yeah, you talk about
Before
things
we
that-
talk
I've
about.
never even heard of dryer balls.
For real?
before we wouldn't even. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
I think there's
It's time to grow up, dude.
I think so many. I know, right?
It's time to grow up.
I think there's so many things that you do now.
Yeah, you start thinking about
That's
even
total
financially,
effort.
like,
jeez.
saving and
Well, you're adulting, yeah, like you have responsibilities.
before it's like
You
you
get
got
paid on Friday.
But I think for us, and this goes into another thing we want to talk about. I think for us though, I can't speak for anybody else, but for us, or I know for me, it wasn't as hard that transition from being a teenager to adulthood because I think my parents did a good job of helping us be responsible at a young age. I remember when I got my first paycheck when I was 14 years old. I got home and I was all excited. It was like $100, $150. But I was all excited, and then Dad's like, "Okay, you're gonna start paying rent." And obviously back then, you're pissed off and you're angry, like, "Man, we have horrible parents. You're charging me for rent," which he wasn't charging. Looking back, it was nothing what he was charging us. But now I look back at it and I'm grateful for that because it helped us be a lot more responsible now. I remember when I started have my first job, and I think all of us then we had to start paying our own cell phone bill. Or start paying our own stuff, our own clothes, stuff like that we started at a young age developing those responsibilities. And I'm not saying they were great, they sucked, you know what I mean? But I think that helped us here in the long run.
yeah, that parenting style did help for sure.
What do you guys think of gentle parenting?
Would you say gentle
Gentle
parenting?
parenting. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
I mean, I think the phrase sums it up. I'm not one to. This is a touchy subject, I think, for anybody. Like, you always hear, how dare you tell me how to raise my kid or parent my kid. And I think even in that, too, there's this area as brothers, you know what I mean, where there's lines we don't cross, you know what I mean? Even though we're open, though, like, that's what, like, we're open that if, your daughter is wilding out, I can tell her something, vice versa. Like, but we know, because we know that's coming out of place of love. But obviously, even within that, there's lines that we don't cross. But I can only speak from experience again, how we grew up. It was how do I
Not
say
gentle
this?
parenting?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I want to preface that with saying that no, we weren't abused.
We weren't beat.
Yeah, it wasn't but it was definitely not
It wasn't gentle.
gentle in the sense of, like, we'll just be real. Like, in my house, there was never a timeout. In my house, it was the belt.
It was
You know what
0
I
to
mean?
60.
It was,
not really.
but even in that, like, when we got spanked, especially me, out of all three of us, I got spanked the most. Like, we were talked to why and this and that. So it wasn't like our parents never
It
hit
wasn't
us.
mindless.
Our parents never hit us. That's one thing that I appreciate. Like, we never got spanked or disciplined out of emotion or out of anger or frustration.
Or for like no reason.
Yeah, no, of course not. But it wasn't like in the moment.
And there was a cool off period.
Yeah,
where-
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I love. My dad would say, "Go to your room," and that was good. Like, now I realize it that he was doing that to help him too, not to discipline us being angry or frustrated. Because before I'd be like, "Why the heck am I going to go in my room?" And I would be like, "Okay, hopefully he forgets." He would never forget. You know what I mean? But now I look at it and it was like, okay, he needed this moment to help him cool down, cool off. So he's not over here whipping us, out of frustration. And I look back at that, I'm like, that was just so
Crucial.
That's a lot of wisdom in that. You know what I mean? We didn't see that at being young, but going back to that whole gentle parenting, we didn't grow up that way, and I think we turned out all right. Mm-hmm. I think that there has to, whatever that is.
Whatever that discipline is?
Yeah, there has to be discipline. You know what I mean? And I mean, because my wife and I have this conversation all the time as Zoe's growing. You know, and she's developing into like she's not a toddler anymore. She's a little girl. You know, she's 6 years old now, and learning how to discipline, especially in this day and age, it is a little bit harder.
But there are ways to, I mean, I wouldn't say gentle parenting, but you know, there's tablets, there's phones, but you have to be strict about if you put those, you know, guidelines and those rules, and you gotta follow through.
Yeah, I think whatever it is that you're gonna do, that's the thing. You stick with it. But another thing, what I don't like is then don't turn around and put that on another parent and say this is how you have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when we get in a space where we start saying, hey, this is how you do certain things. That's where I'm like, no, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, because what
Peace out
might
with
work for our kids might not work for yours.
Facts.
But at the end of the day,
Facts. Tell them, Jonathan.
at the end of the day, I believe that there has to be discipline.
But you also have to. What happened with our parents? They were both on the same page.
Yeah,
You know, it's not one
no.
wasn't playing a good cop, bad cop.
Oh, because kids are smart,
Right.
And then they'll
They're
feast off of that all day.
manipulating, right.
So from early on, I remember we told Zoe when she was I think 2 years old. We told her like, hey, whenever if you get disciplined or something happens, because early on, obviously kids test you. Zoe would tell me something, and this is what I told. Zoe would ask me something, or I would get her in trouble, and then she'd want to go talk to her mom. And I remember one day I told her, Zoe, snitches get stitches. And from that moment on,
Yes, sir.
hey, I tell her,
Yes, sir.
From that moment on, she knew that, okay, if dad says no, I can't go try to ask mom. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
facts.
And that Christina and I were on the same page as far as this one, because Christina and I talked about it before, and I encourage, if you're in a relationship, serious relationship, and you're getting married and you don't have kids yet, talk about that with your spouse. Hey, how are we going to discipline our kids? Because that is so important that you guys are on the same page, or it's not, it's gonna be hell.
It's gonna bite you in the butt.
It's gonna be tough if you don't come together and agree on it. So, I don't agree with the gentle parenting.
But on the other hand, it is a different time,
Mm-hmm.
a different culture. So I mean,
But I mean at the
Everybody has to
same time
compromise.
though, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
right. But,
You know what I mean?
But it is
Because
what it
I
is.
think, I just think you just whatever we talked about, whatever one way or another, if you're disciplining them, you have to be very intentional with it. Obviously, doing it in a way in a loving way. I know that sounds weird, but I look and again, I don't judge any other parent, but sometimes I look at how some parents discipline their kids, and I'm like, that's doing nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Because you see the kids lash out. So obviously, if a kid is lashing out, especially if a kid lashes out like crazy in public, what the heck are they doing in private? You know what I mean? And that just that's a reflection of, quote unquote, the discipline or the way you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
it's hard.
yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard. Like if anybody says, "Oh, I figured out," like, going back to like I said, if somebody tells you this is how you have to do it, those are the people that never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's hard, man. And some kids are receptive to certain things, and others aren't. Some kids are a little bit more gentle than others. You know what I mean? And it's tough, man.
Yeah,
It's a process. It's gonna take time.
it's a
to figure
case by
it out.
case situation. Because my girls, like my 7-year-old, you tell her to do something the first time, she's gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never struggled with you know what I mean. So with her type of discipline is different, where I have to just you're not gonna use your tablet for a week, and it works. But
I do think though that there is certain things that, like for example, we only spank Zoe. The only reason we will spank her if she endangers herself or someone else, to help her drive the point. You know what I mean?
what do you mean, burn down the
Yeah.
house?
No, for example,
Chasing somebody with a
Yeah,
knife.
right,
or
exactly.
what?
No, for example, if she hits another kid,
Oh, okay.
Right.
or she runs out in the middle of the street, those are things where she's endangering herself for others. To this is an absolute no.
Yeah.
We don't hit, we don't bully, and you don't put yourself in danger.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So those are the things where we've talked with Zoe. You know what I mean? We'll discipline you in other ways for other things, but as far as for us, as far as spanking Zoe, and discipline her is like if you endanger yourself or others and you're willfully doing it. You know what I mean? Like, because man, like yeah, if she's running down the street not paying attention, this and that, like that can have serious consequences. You know what I mean? So for us, that's we limit that too. It's not like we're not spanking our daughter for everything that she does, and so. Because I think there's too that there's a fine line in that, you know what I mean? Where, oh gosh, you never want your kids to think that, you know what I mean?
What do you think, Cheeks?
I agree.
You're over here just asking questions. What?
I am. This is great. I agree. No, I agree though. I haven't heard or anything that was like, I don't know about that. But I agree with all of it, honestly.
I think if you ask our parents now, gosh, they've been married. Close to 30 years.
Yeah.
And if you ask
35?
any family that
Almost 35.
probably yeah. If you ask any marriage, any couple that have been married for a long time, they haven't arrived at that, and I don't think you ever will because as your kids get older, obviously when they're at the house, my mom always has a joke. I don't care if you're with a beard, I'm still gonna spank you if you do whatever. But no, what I'm saying is that is like
she can still punch.
your kids get older, they're growing. It's a process. So I don't, by the time, I've heard by the time parents maybe feel like they haven't figured out, they're empty nesters.
Yeah.
Kids aren't home anymore. They're adults.
Shoot, yeah.
And so I just think it's a process, and I think that, you learn through it, and I think even within that, especially with the kids, is you're having that constant communication, and I know that's helped Zoe. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's a lot of, especially now day and age with these new generations, younger generations, very interesting ways of how parents discipline their kids. So.
I want to get your thoughts on this. So a few months ago, Hadley was still in school. There was a bully situation with her. And, everything inside of me was trying to, everything inside of me wanted to tell her, just knock her out. But obviously I didn't say that. What I did tell her was, hey, talk to the teacher. She's like, I did. I was like, well, no. I started with talk to the girl. Like, hey, you need to chill.
Mm-hmm.
Stop, please. That didn't work. I was like, okay, talk to the teacher. Nothing. I think the teacher spoke to the parents. I don't know where that went.
Did the teacher ever talk to you guys?
No, not that I know of. What I told her was, look, Hadley, you did all the right stuff. I'm never going to encourage you to fight. Don't ever start it. But if it starts, finish it.
Right, you gotta show them to defend themselves too.
Yeah. What do you guys think of that? Because that's exactly what I told her. Like, I don't ever want to hear that you started a fight. But if it starts, finish it.
So my 7-year-old is very smart. So she's like the teacher's favorite, and
She's a cutie.
The teacher told she's number 1 in her class. So she's got those other girls that
Jealous or
are
what?
jealous, and same situation. And I told her the same thing. You're not going to start. You're going to talk to the teacher. But if this girl hits you,
finish it.
You have to defend yourself. And every parent has to have that talk with their kids because everybody's going to face a bully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
And you faced a bully. You faced a bully. I faced a bully.
I faced a bully in 5th grade. I knocked him out.
This
is a funny story. That was in 4th grade.
I finished. I faced my bully in 7th grade.
No,
in band, this kid played the sax, and he kept bugging until I just knocked him out in the bedroom.
Sax players are always the cockiest.
Right.
Mine was
from that day, the kid stopped. So you got to teach your kids.
Mine was in 4th grade. I ended up beating him up after school.
Did you start it?
He did. No.
Oh, okay.
And he called me. He met me out, and he was in my class. He met me outside.
Dang, how about that?
And then he swung at me. I ducked it. I knocked him out. We became best friends after that. Well, I'm not saying that's gonna happen with everybody.
Happens more.
Well, it seemed like that happened with you a lot because we were fighting a lot of kids because of you.
I knocked them out.
Remember those kids with the bike? We met them after school and they were throwing rocks, and then we beat them up.
Oh, please share this story.
I don't remember.
I've never heard this.
I've
never heard this.
Remember, we used to walk from school in our bikes or take our bikes, and these kids.
Oh yeah.
Arizona, right? In Arizona.
Because I think what happened. We went to his house, and took their bike, or
you guys stole their bike.
I don't know.
No, you did steal their bike.
And
They were
being
they
bullies.
came to the house and started throwing rocks.
So
Oh,
no, so
word?
what happened was so then
We were in elementary
We were
school.
not doing it. They started throwing rocks. I remember then I threw a rock back and hit one of the kid in the
Oh,
head.
that's right.
And
They
it cracked
called
his
the
head
cops.
open. They called the cops and the fire department. Well, obviously nothing ever came out of that, but we're like, we didn't start it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They kept harassing. And I remember I threw a rock and it hit the kid on the head and they cracked him open and whatever. But
Hey, man,
Bullies.
everybody has a
Bullies,
plan
bullies.
till they get punched in the mouth. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
yeah, there you go.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you'll come across that, and I think, you're gonna have to have that conversation with your kids because obviously, if there's a bully that's physically trying to hurt you, you're not just gonna stay there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You have to defend yourself, and you know what I mean. Gosh, that's very situational. It's gonna look different for everyone, but yeah, I think those are things, and I go back to that's part of that growing in the process is. You're never gonna get it right, you know what I mean? And in the moment, it'll be like, oh, okay, maybe you should have done this or you should have done that, but I think there's always a learning experience.
Or what do you do if your kid's the bully?
And that's a different.
If my kid's
if-
the bully,
that's
bro,
what
I
I'm
mean-
saying. If your kid's a bully, then he gonna get a whooping.
Yeah, he's gonna get
That's what I
whooped.
go back to. Like, if
Some
you
discipline.
endanger
Intro,
yourself
baby.
or you endanger someone else,
What do you call it?
That's what you get.
Easy parenting or
Oh,
what?
gentle,
gentle parenting. Try that with the bully.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, that's a different story. If your kid is the
Nah,
But-
bully,
if my
Hey,
kid's the bully, she's
But the
gonna
bully,
she's gonna have words.
the bully's
and a
somebody's
belt.
kid, right? So
but and going back to that, it's I mean, you got to understand, and even like with bullies comes, my wife has talked to me about this with her being a counselor and all that, and the things that she's had to go through and learn from kids. It's like you always got to understand that hurting people are hurting. Hurting people hurt people. You know what I mean? Hurting people hurt. So it's like if these kids are bullying, that means that something's happening with this kid or girl. You know what I mean? That he then now is lashing out on others. So a lot of the times is things going on at home, whatever it may be. This kid is hurting, so then these kids take it out, on other people, and so, there's more to the problem than
There's
just
more
a
to the
kid being a
story,
bully.
as they say.
There you go. More than just a kid being a bully, and I think that's where I go back to that communication is so important. But at the end of the day, we're going back to what you said is if that happens, you're not just going to let your kid just stand there and get beat up. You know what I mean? 'Cause then you do a bad job as a parent. And I think what we've been talking about kind of helps us segue into, our next segment, if you will. For those of you that don't know us, we're Hispanic,
Wow. Yeah.
right? Our mother is Guatemalan, her dad's Puerto Rican. So I get this a lot. People ask me, "Are you Middle Eastern?" This, and I get that a lot. Yeah, or are you DJ Khaled? No, but yeah. So we're Hispanic. I think a good thing for us to even just elaborate and talk about, man. What was that experience for you guys? And not that we can compare it to
Was?
something else, because I mean,
It is.
yeah. How has that experience for you guys been growing up, being Hispanic?
great,
It's pretty
food's great.
Yeah,
better than anything here in South Dakota.
No, I mean culturally,
Culturally,
it's different, obviously, but not only being Hispanic, but our values that we were taught because we grew up in a Christian home, that all influenced. So being in a Christian Latin home is growing
intense,
up
bro. It's intense.
is pretty intense. And then we're all musicians, so
everybody's
you add
jealous.
music into the mix, and
True.
everybody. My dad's a musician. We're all musicians. All of our cousins are musicians. So it's been
I think
fun.
So, the way I see it is like being Hispanic in South Dakota. There's a lot of people that aren't necessarily, racist. They're just ignorant.
Right.
That's all they know. And then there's some people that are just
Right.
But granted, obviously, a lot of our years we didn't grow up in the Midwest. you know
exactly.
what I
We
mean?
grew up around.
Yeah, we grew up around Hispanics or, African American people, and I think, we grew up in that culture. But I think even then, growing up Hispanic, like I said, I think it's been great
Absolutely.
in every aspect of it. But I think there's also
Wouldn't
has
change a
been,
thing.
you know what I mean. But I think there's also been challenges, like anything. You know what I mean?
Like what? What do you consider challenging?
I don't know if this is a challenge, but one time, remember when we had that event at the Canary Stadium and we played the baseball stadium here in town? The day before, we helped set up chairs and whatever. and we all stayed at the hotel that was nearby. I was in shorts, sweaty, shirt was dirty, like dirt, just whatever, just helping. And I was going up in the elevator, and there was this lady. She was white, and she was like, "Did you do the flowers down there?"
Oh, wow.
I was like, I should have said yes, bro. I should have said yes. I wanted to keep it going and just have a hard like
Right,
Mexican accent. I was like, no, I'm actually, we work for a church and we were doing an event. They're like, oh, you're going to that too? I was like, yep, you'll see me tomorrow.
Oh, she was getting ready to compliment you though.
She was. That's why I said I should have said yes.
See, that's more stereotyping.
Yeah, it's just the stereotype.
And I think that's the ignorance I'm talking about though.
Yeah.
Because
And
like, I don't think she
that's-
meant to be racist.
Yeah. And I think that's in a lot of places. I think we all know there are racist people out there.
Absolutely.
That's a given. That's not a question. But I think there's a lot more ignorant people that, you know what I mean? They've grown up a certain way and they've gotten comfortable and don't want to see outside that box, and so they're ignorant to it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been a lot of instances that have happened to me here in Sioux Falls that were blatant racism. You know what I mean? There's a couple, you know what I mean?
The car one.
Well, but two of them quick that I know that stand out. You know, one time I was in the mall with my wife. My wife's white and I'm Hispanic, and we're walking in the mall, and then there's an older white couple coming, same side as us, and I was on the corner side to like the window of the stores, and then Christina was on the other side, and then the couple's coming, the older couple, the wife is on my side and the husband's the other one. So once we kind of are about to cross paths, the husband stops and switches spots with his wife, so she wouldn't go by me. And like I think, you know what I mean, like for other people wouldn't. A lot of people don't see that. Like I think we've experienced.
Like, what are you gonna do in the mall?
We've experienced all these things when we know why people are doing things. So I knew what that was. You know what I mean? And other people would just say, "Oh no, they were just walking by." No, like I'm not overthinking it. I know we've experienced this. We've grown up. Seen this. You know what I mean? Another one was, you know what I mean, when. I own a sneaker store in town. When I needed to buy an SUV, I went to go buy an SUV, and I was going to pay cash. And, I was about to write them the check cash. Long story short, they didn't want to sell it to me. And they literally said, no, we don't. The manager of the dealership thought that I didn't have that money to buy it.
Yeah, you see it everywhere.
And then after, I, in a nice way, ripped them a new one. They apologetic. They wanted to help us on this and that. And you know what I mean? But it's like, so, we've experienced things, you know what I mean? But I think in the midst of that, I think those things have helped us grow. And I think for us, and I know for me, is like, I always want to use whatever, as small as my platform can be, I always want to use it to help bring awareness in that and help correct people in that too, you know what I mean? So then it doesn't happen to someone else, you know what I mean? Because I could defend myself. I speak English. I have no problem with confrontation and making it known and working it out in a respectful way. But what if it would have been someone that doesn't speak English? You know what I mean? And so this could have gone to just so many other ways. And, and my wife was there and she was livid, you know what I mean? And she wanted to rip that manager a new one. But for me, it was like, man, how can I take the situation and help educate? Because what I don't want is that we don't learn from those things, because then nobody wins. You know what I mean? But if you can, help people understand what's going on and help them and people learn, hopefully, I think then that's a win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's developing those. I experienced it in my professional life, where.
And you're light skinned.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a little different for you? Because, I mean, you're not as sexy and dark as us.
I've never considered myself lighter than you guys.
But you are though.
But you are.
You know what I mean?
What?
You
What do you mean?
Well, yeah, but if you see me walking down the street, you say, okay, he's Latino, Hispanic.
See, but no, I don't know. I don't think a lot of people would think that, and that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying.
Well, your name is Caesar.
Right, but like in my profession, in my career, like I'll show up to a new place and sometimes I won't get any interaction with somebody because I'm Hispanic, and I have to, like he said, change that mentality in that person, even though I'm a manager or a supervisor or whatever, corporate office or whatever, and I can say, hey, do this just because I could say do this, but I could see somebody blatantly making faces or
their gestures.
Yeah, gestures, because I know they're doing it because I'm Hispanic and asking them to do something. But it's the same thing. I try to, work on that relationship. And then, we used to work in the prison. I had that same situation with the leader of the white supremacist group there, right? He just blatantly would disregard everything I would say. And then I found out it was because he was the leader of the white supremacist group.
Yeah, dude.
At the end of my term there, me and him were like this. He used to work for me, you know, and then, but he would do everything I would say. He'd respect me. I respected him. Say, hey, we're at work. You don't have to like me, but you can respect me. I don't like what you do, but I'll respect you if you know. So you build those relationships, that ignorance.
Exactly. And then to that is, you know, there's people that you'll be able to help them understand that, but there's some people that won't. And I think to
They
those
won't,
people, then you just write them off.
You write them off.
You tried.
And you're respectful.
Yeah, because if you try to keep going down that road, you're wasting energy, and you're just exhausting yourself. You know, trying to help someone understand. Right. And at the end of the day, you can't help someone understand if they don't really want to understand. You know, you can try to educate them and do all this, but at the end of the day, if they're not genuinely saying, "Hey, I wanna learn from that," you know, I'm ignorant, help me understand. If they're not with that mindset, it's never gonna work. You know, it's gonna be going around in circles. So I think, man, going back to what we're talking about, growing up, you know, as Hispanics, I think for me, it's been just to be able to be a part of culture.
But it's different too for us because we're second generation, right?
Yeah.
We were born here. Our parents migrated here.
But even that, though, our first language is Spanish.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But we grew up here. We went to school here. Yeah. We're obviously fluent.
I think
that's a different experience than people who are first
like our
generation.
like my parents, like our parents had it. Yeah.
A big part of I think why we feel that it's been great is the fact that one, we learned English, which was great, and two, that if a situation did happen like that, we're not afraid to be like, look, dude, you need to chill,
right?
Because I know I'm Hispanic, but you need to chill. Obviously using other language, but I think that's helped a lot of not being
and I think a lot of people
a victim, not victimizing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not being a victim, and I think a lot of people take that for granted and say, oh, they're Hispanic, they won't understand what I'm saying, when we clearly understand what you're saying.
Actually, I do, Becky. What's up, girl? You got something to say?
Exactly.
What's up, Becky?
That's why I just want this guy on TikTok that, gosh, he knows every language in the world, and he tricks people. He goes up to them and he says, "Hey, can you take a picture of me?" And he asks them where they're from or whatever. Let me help take a picture of you. You know what I mean? And then he randomly starts speaking in their language.
I wish I could do
and
that.
This dude, and he's American, and he learned by himself. But he's learned so many languages. Like, you name a language and he knows it. So,
kids.
You know how dope that would be?
That'd be sick.
So,
kids,
nobody can ever talk behind.
Kids 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 can learn 7 languages at a time.
That's when they encourage you to really teach them.
Yeah. You can teach them up to 6 or
4.
more.
I'm about to go ham.
You can teach them 7 languages.
Yeah, and when they're young, they say that's where their brain is it's developing so fast that they can take so much. You know what I mean? But I just think that, man, at the end of the day is I think that's key. Not having that victim mindset, but helping people understand and the people that want to learn and grow, because that's what's going to change and shift things. You know what I mean?
And everybody has their experience. I can't say
everybody experiences different.
Besides those situations at work that I'm telling you about, on the streets, I haven't. But there was one time we were in Texas. I don't know if you were with us. We went to go play at some, and we drove through Texas. Texas is ginormous, so it takes forever to get from one place to another. And we stopped at a gas station, and it was a van full of musicians, and we're all Hispanic, right? Second generation, so we understand English. Same situation. But we stop at this gas station in the middle of nowhere in the boonies out in Texas. And that's the only place I felt uncomfortable.
For real?
But was it because somebody did something or said something, or you just didn't feel comfortable?
No, we walked in and everybody stopped and everybody stared at us and followed us everywhere we go. But it wasn't a friendly hello. It was what are you doing here?
There's actually a town here. I can't remember what it was. I was just reading about this here in South Dakota. It's a small town. You drive by it, drive past it, and it's trailers. And they say that they showed pictures a lot of those trailers have black mannequins just hanging
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, I ain't going there. I got no reason to go there. Crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's all.
Yeah, I
That's
think,
all generational.
It,
You're
it
gonna
is. But at the same
start
time, because of that
disappearing.
generation, that dude probably not
I
gonna be.
think people our
afraid to pop
age,
one in you.
millennials, that's all back in the past.
Not for those people that are doing
There's
it.
a lot of people still our age that are like that, but I mean, there's far
Didn't
in
we
between.
go to here in the Midwest, went to a festival not too long ago, and they were trying to beat the record of how many people in attendance.
yeah.
And we were like, dang, that's sick. Like 23,000, like that's the 25,000, I think was the record or something like that.
They're trying to beat it.
They were trying to beat it. And I forgot who asked. They were like, so what was the record and event before? Oh, the largest KKK rally in Iowa. So they were trying to beat the record of that. Like, what? Okay.
Yeah, granted, that was a long
That was
time
100
ago.
years ago.
Yeah, but it was still in the
It's
record
Still,
books
hey,
for
100 years
biggest
later,
event.
they had the title of biggest gathering in that part of Iowa. And I think they beat it. So that's
There
cool.
you go. Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of this day for that is obviously our experience isn't everybody else's experience, and so I can't speak on it. Hey, this is how
I also wouldn't
this is how
change
all
my
of us
experience.
minorities feel like, or this and
Right.
that. But I think you choose in the midst of all the crap that goes on. You choose. I think in everything, I choose how I go about this. I choose to have a victim mentality, or I choose to know I'm going to change the narrative. Because I think that's a huge thing. Is people take advantage of having that victim mindset. You know what I mean? And people try to use that and abuse that. And so if you can help change the narrative, that will then, because at the end of the day, where we're at now in our age, we've experienced things. We're not doing it for us, we're doing it for our kids. You know what I mean? So the things that I do now, I'm looking at the legacy. Okay, what legacy am I leaving for my kids? And what narrative are they gonna see that I'm leaving for them? You know what I mean? Because that's what's gonna change. You know, because obviously this world in the next 10, 20 years is gonna look way different where our kids are older. You know what I mean? And so what we do now is gonna affect them. You know, so I think that's important as we look at that is, you know, what world do we want them to live in? And I heard, you know, my mentor say this is like, you know, be the change that you want us, be the change that you
Yep.
Sorry.
So, hey,
Hold on, let me tell you.
as
Be
we
the
move
change.
forward,
Be the change
that you want to
see in the world.
Yeah, Michael
You know
Jackson
what
said
I mean? So, Michael Jackson?
Yep.
No, he didn't.
I'm sure you did at some point.
So I think that's important.
Homie wrote "We Are the
Like-
World."
We are
like
the
if
world.
I say, hey, I want, if am I being that change? And so I think growing up as Hispanic has been beautiful. I think and I'll be honest too. It's like it's never. It hasn't always been easy. It did a lot of tough times for our family. You know, where sometimes we didn't know what our next meal was going to be. But with that being said, we never missed a meal. We always had a home. We always had food. My parents, you know, I know there was times where our parents literally didn't eat so we can eat. I remember when we were in the thick of it, our parents would send us to the Boys and Girls Club during the summer, and I found this later out. Our parents sent us to the Boys and Girls Club during the summer so they knew that we would at least have breakfast and lunch. And the only meal that they had to try to figure out was dinner. And we didn't know that. We're having fun. Heck yeah, we want to go to the Boys and Girls Club.
Right. I always
Yeah, it was
wondered.
fun.
I always wondered why we had frozen dinners.
Yeah,
Boxes.
we had a
There's
lot
like
of those
pig.
for dinner, and we got the pig, and I thought excited. Oh, this
Me
is
too.
dope.
We spent
You know?
all day swimming at the Boys and Girls
Exactly.
Club.
Speaking-
Bro,
And
speaking about one time, the Boys and Girls Club, one time, they had a Thanksgiving event for kids, and they served us dinner. Everybody got picked up at 5. They forgot about me.
Could you
what
went-
time out? Where
you-
were we?
we
You
didn't
guys
go with
You guys were in
him.
middle school or high school by
Yeah.
then.
Oh, yeah, because you're younger.
When
than
we
us.
went to the Boys
It
and Girls, he
us.
was a baby.
That's true. Yeah.
And so I went to the Boys and Girls Club too. Like after school, that's where they would send me.
They forgot about you.
And
Who forgot about you?
our parents, dog,
Oh, you said it because everybody else came to pick
everybody
up the parents.
got picked up, and it's like 7:30, and the teachers or the counselors were like,
Did they not call mom and
where's
dad
your
or what?
parents? Where's your parents?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
Right, but it wasn't because they were hanging out. My mom's probably at work, and my dad's probably at work too.
I
And,
wasn't complaining. It was probably
and
the
they
best time ever.
didn't. They probably didn't get their schedules.
I learned the word schmuck in Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So I mean, like and even it was great, but there was a lot of tough times. You know what I mean? But for me, seeing our parents' resilience, you know what I mean, to like
Never gave up.
never give up, you know what I mean, where they could have given up, or they could have gone back to their country or whatever. They're like, no, we're going to make sure that they're taken care of, and we'll figure it out.
And it worked
for
out.
me, and it's worked out amazing. And for that, for me, is like, that's instilled a lot in me where like,
And for that, we
there's-
thank you.
Yeah, amen. For that, it's like, hey, we're going to go through tough times, but we're not giving up. You know what I mean? Because then our kids are going to see that. You know what I mean? Just like we did with our parents. So, yeah, to narrow that down, man, growing up being Hispanic in a Hispanic home has been great. It's
I wouldn't
been
change it for the world.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Because I think that's
You
the
know
beautiful
how many
thing about-
times you could blow people's mind when you cook something so simple?
Well,
amazing.
that's how a lot of things when that dad made for us that ended up being good. That he still makes sometimes that
That
we
concoction
love.
that he does?
Yeah, like
What is it, sausage,
literally
beans, bacon?
we didn't have much, so he would go in the pantry, see what we had, and literally mix it and make an experiment. And some of those things came out amazing to where he still makes that once in a while for us.
Family
You
classic.
know what I
bomb,
mean?
dude.
So
It's
Yeah.
like taco night for white people sometimes. For us, it was that
Taco Tuesday.
I think those things just
spaghetti night.
bring families closer, and for us,
Yeah.
I think that was one of the things that made it. And it was dope. So yeah. man,
Speaking
was
of that, do you remember?
Oh, great. When Cheek says, "Do you remember?" It's not
It either has everything to do or nothing to do with our
right.
There was this lady that stayed at our house.
Okay, we are not gonna have
Yeah.
this conversation.
No, I already know
What does that have to?
That has to do with nothing. We're not going there.
No.
Okay,
all right, that's
this
for
is
next
a
time.
it for the podcast.
This is a rated
That's it for
PG
next time. That's it for next
podcast.
time. But bro, it's not bad.
First of all, it's random.
Yeah.
Yes. So
No, we're not. But first of all, second of all, we're not even going there.
Why even bring that up
we
right
could.
now?
No, we're not.
watch. We could.
No,
No, we're
All
not.
right, all right.
we'll bring it up some other
I'm gonna
time.
chill. I'm gonna chill.
Not on the podcast.
All right. I'm.
We
When we, you
apologize.
guys want to keep going?
When we talk about stupid traditions between us.
Okay, but
we
maybe
can
not
talk
Okay,
about
that
traditions.
wasn't a tradition, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
maybe
Where-
like-
well, it was a
embarrassing-
tradition because you were doing it twice a day.
I did it everybody, bro.
Church
Church leaders.
moments, but not not no tradition over here. It's not a sorority
Yeah,
club
we
or
don't.
something.
This wasn't a family thing either.
Granted, we did, or like we'll talk about.
Remember this, man?
Remember when you and I got in a fist fight once? Your mom was so scared.
Once?
No, like we got in a fist fight and I knocked you out. I won though. But mom was so.
Oh,
Mom
okay.
was
Here
like,
we
I knocked
go.
you out,
I want.
bro.
Hold on.
I put it down. I beat
Hold
you.
on. I'm gonna be the narrator.
I promise.
Hold on.
You
Hold
do
on.
that.
Let me be the mediator. I want to be the
When?
mediator.
We can talk about it.
That we're
but
gonna talk about it.
Mom was
You
so
went-
scared.
We went this far to get
Are
all
you
loud.
talking about the time we put on boxing gloves?
I beat you every time, bro. You never beat me,
Excuse me.
dog.
Okay.
I'll go to my grave to that.
Okay.
No. Okay, maybe some of them. What the heck's
Hold
going
on.
Some
I
of
wanna-
them maybe were draws,
So
like a draw.
so-
No, but there
Was there a ref present or what?
There was one
Hold
where
on.
I don't
Can we-
remember if
context.
I don't know. I don't remember if we
I need
broke
context.
a coffee table.
What?
But I remember
Where
one
was this at?
This was on the house that we used to live by the Holiday Inn in Cali.
Yeah, that's the time we put on gloves.
No, there was no
there was
gloves.
another time that we
because
didn't
one
put on
time,
gloves.
one
I don't
time,
remember.
Yeah,
I think it
well
was.
because
yeah.
I knocked them out.
One time, there was one time.
Don't
bro,
fist bump
I don't
him,
even know what he
Zay.
said.
You know,
Hold on,
because he's
hold
like,
on.
I don't
Oh
remember.
my gosh,
No,
chill,
he's like, I don't remember. So I was like, I know because I knocked you out.
Okay.
But
Mom was so scared. I
hold
just
on,
remember she
what?
was crying, bro.
I remember. I
She
remember
was
one
crying.
time.
Are a liar,
I
bro.
remember-
Well, ask mom. We'll ask mom.
Wow.
Okay, look, I remember one time
For the record, we'll bring
you
mom.
guys were outside. You had a piece of hardware for the drums, and you were gonna break his window, and you guys were outside yelling.
With a piece of drum hardware?
Yeah, like a cymbal stand, like a piece of a
Nice.
cymbal stand, and you're like, "I'm gonna break your freaking window." I don't know what was going on. That was one of those fights I saw from the garage. I was like, "He ain't
Hey,
gonna,
but-
he ain't
No,
gonna do
I
it."
remember. I remember that one time we put our gloves on.
I was
and
placing bets with
turned-
myself.
It started as, oh, let's just put gloves on and fight, but then you get mad and
You
then
get-
it's
I was placing
we
bets
go
with
hard,
myself,
we go
like,
hard.
That's one
But
thing
bro, no,
about
I
being
remember-
Hispanic and growing up is
We're spicy, bro.
competitive.
Well, you learn and you
Competitive.
No, competitive. Yeah, but dude, I think that one time when there was no gloves, I
I
know
wanna
we
know the
broke
story.
something. In
I
the
wanna
living
know
room.
the story.
We broke something in the living room because mom was scared and she was crying. She tried to break it up, but she wasn't gonna be able to.
I don't.
Yeah, it was at that house. I promise, bro. Look, we'll ask mom.
You're mixing me
Bro.
up with somebody else.
No.
Yeah.
Well, look, we'll ask mom.
There's no way I
I
would
wanna
let
know-
you do that.
I wanna know
I beat you up, dog. I knocked you out. I didn't you didn't get KO'd, but I won the fight. Dog. I stopped because I started feeling bad. I promise. I'm not lying. Look,
Turn this camera off, bro. This is stupid.
we'll ask mom, and then we'll have mom on one of these segments and episodes.
No, I want to
and
know.
then
I
she'll
need
explain
context.
it.
I need context.
I don't remember what it was, to be honest. I don't remember why we got in an argument. But again, when we were younger, probably a lot of the fights I started, but we were arguing about something that it got, like, we started yelling at each other.
It must have
And
been
then it
when
just went off. I don't remember what it was.
What?
To be honest.
On the what? Go.
What do you say? It must have been what?
it must have been a Clasico or something.
Or
No.
maybe a
Speaking of that,
Maybe
You
when
guys-
the Lakers won.
I don't
3 in a
remember.
row.
I don't remember, but it got hot. It got heated.
Oh,
So I just
Dang.
remember I won though.
you remember that one time there was a Clásico, and we lived.
Explain to people what a Clasico
So a
is.
Clásico is a very competitive day where two Spanish teams that
Or
play
it could
soccer.
be the Spanish or the Mexicans. It's just right.
But
Right.
we watched the Spanish
Yeah.
one, the Spanish league of
Just when
Barcelona
two rival teams played each other.
and
Real Madrid and Barcelona.
And we were living, not the one by the Holiday Inn, the one by Central.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 780 West Hamilton.
Yeah, on
I remember
Hamilton.
all our addresses.
And
He's like, I'm like,
you guys remember when? You guys remember when I showed up and I just broke the door open with like a slice of pizza in my hand to watch the soccer game, and everyone was like,
You broke
We
the
were
door?
busy watching the soccer
Yeah,
game.
"No,
I
I
don't-
came right before I ditched
I don't
school, brother.
remember that.
I walked out of school."
Oh, I do remember that.
And I stopped at 7-Eleven to get pizza. I had a slice of pizza in my hand. I opened up the door, and people were like,
Oh yeah. He didn't break the. But yeah, you
Hey.
came in hot.
Yeah.
I came in hot. I was not going to miss that game.
I know we're like, what?
I didn't go back to
Barcelona
Bro,
won,
I
obviously.
ditched
but-
school so many times. Barcelona lost that game, by the way.
But I mean, yeah, there was. But I see. Going back to growing up Hispanic, obviously, we're very
Competitive.
very, very competitive. Growing up in a, I would say, I'm not yelling. I'm passionate. Like,
Nah, you
would-
yell, bro.
You would hear.
You
You would.
yell.
I'm passionate, so I raise my voice. There would be a lot of yelling, and then I can only imagine mom trying to deal with it. You know what I mean? With us, because a lot of
They
times
just ignored us and let us do our
sometimes she
thing.
would, but then she would get mad. But a lot of times, Dad was out of town,
But let's just get
Preaching
the
or
record
doing-
straight. My
doing
mom
something.
does go for Barcelona, and always has.
and she'll get knocked out too. I'm just kidding. I love you, Mom. I love you, but hey, Real Madrid all day, baby. CR7, I love you, dog.
He's not even there, bro.
I know, get
Hey,
over it.
He's gonna come back.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yes, he's gonna be
No,
an
he's not.
ambassador.
Remember,
for
he's
Madrid.
playing in the best league in the world.
Oh, here we
Saudi
go.
Don't
Arabia.
even start, bro.
Okay,
Don't even
okay.
start with. I was gonna say
Yo,
something, but I
so
can't.
how long ago
The
was this?
mentally ill Messi. Don't even
2
go
weeks
there.
ago. We have 5 minutes. 2 weeks ago, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and we were watching the Copa America. And for whatever reason, we started talking about Cristiano Ronaldo being in the best league in soccer right now.
Okay, no.
in Sa-
For the record, nobody
God.
ever said
That-
that that's the best league. No,
You
I've
said
never.
Saudi Arabia has a better league than the U.S.
MLS.
Oh yeah, I 100%.
Then MLS,
believe.
sorry, MLS.
Yeah, but and I never see. Now you guys are putting words in my mouth. I never said that that's the best league. Heck no, it's not the best league. But because of the players that are in Saudi Arabia, I do believe that it's better competition than what MLS is. That's what I said. I never said that Saudi Arabia is the best league. No, that's two different ball games right there. Buddy.
Finish the story.
But get it right. I never said that's the
And
best.
I don't
league.
think I've. So if you ever been to a Buffalo Wild Wings, it's naturally loud. These two guys, I was about to cuss. These two guys were louder than the entire restaurant, especially this one here that doesn't yell.
I get passionate.
No,
So I
he
raise
he
my
was
voice.
yelling, and he started sweating. He started sweating because of how passionate he was.
100%.
And
Why you sweat?
Because I get
he
emotional.
had his hat on backwards,
Yeah.
and he was doing this,
When I-
sweating.
I use when I get passionate, I start raising my voice. I use my hands a lot.
All right, Donald Trump, take it easy.
So it was just there's no such things. Growing up Hispanics, you know what I mean. There was a lot of arguing, fighting, but at the end of the day,
But a lot
at
of-
the end of the day, because I remember a lot of the fights that
There
we
you go,
had,
yelling again. There you go,
So
yelling
I-
again.
I'm passionate.
Calm down.
But-
Calm
At
down.
the end of the day,
Calm down.
At the end of the day, after whatever anything
That was
we
3
fought
days
or
already.
did,
We were there for each
it was
other.
love. It was love.
It
There
was.
And
there was
it
a lot
is.
of things that we did for each other, covered each other.
Remember when you
there's-
almost
was
killed
always
me, bro?
love.
No, but
Yeah, that's another
you
story.
make it sound like everything was competitive. No, like
No.
we both go for the Yankees.
Yeah, those things that we did together.
It's
Like we took trips together. We
music,
went to Europe.
we went
together.
to Europe
Yeah, there's a lot of
together.
things that we did together. So it wasn't like everything was.
I
a
think
rival.
if it wasn't, if it's not because of those,
We
competitive
we
moments-
played soccer together.
That was a while ago. Though.
But I mean, growing up, right?
You played semi-pro, right?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
So
Yeah.
But I think those things made our bond stronger. Because then like Cheek started coming in the works and that because you were younger.
But let's
then
be
you started
honest
hanging
too.
out with us.
Let's be honest. It would
here we
suck
go, here we
at the
go.
house if we both went for Real Madrid or for Barcelona.
Well, that made it competitive. That made it because then we had our friends that came.
Right.
That some would go for Real Madrid, some would go for Barca. You know what I mean?
Some would go for Real Madrid.
Who went for
Michael Angulo? This guy he traded.
I have him.
This guy,
I have a picture of him with the Barcelona flag.
That doesn't mean anything. This guy doesn't even like Barca anymore. He switched a long time ago.
I don't
they're
really
trash, though.
consider him for
Oh,
sports.
wow.
That's my
Sports.
Right.
Well, for
See, you guys got
soccer,
it.
For soccer,
He's saying that you're dumb.
bro, you're outdated.
See what I mean? That's what I was saying. That's what I said.
Just because you played soccer doesn't mean you know about soccer.
you
Times have
switch
changed.
seems like you switch underwear
No,
No.
every 3 years.
No.
No, he's. No.
Well, anyway,
But see, all that just brought us. We're talking about all that brought us together.
right.
Made us our bond stronger as
It's
brothers.
great.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we had each other's back. You know what I mean? So I think it's been like that's been great because I know that.
I think it would have been even greater if Cheeks was a little bit older and at our age.
Yeah, because yeah,
Sorry,
Because-
you piece of crap.
No,
I know,
I'm just
right?
saying a lot of
Damn.
it's
it.
not his fault.
Like 50% of the time, you were a baby. You know what I mean? You're small.
Whatever, dude.
but even then,
We have a minute left.
He was small, younger, but
Do we
he
wanna
was,
keep
he
going?
would still hang out with us. You
Can we
know?
keep
Right.
going?
That's what I'm saying. 50% of the time from our history, he's like there with us because he was older, but like 50% of the time, he was a baby.
Something like that. I don't know how that math works. I don't know where that 50%.
Your
but-
math ain't
'cause He's
mathing,
only
brother.
7 years younger.
Right.
That's not 50. If it was 50%,
So-
it'd be different.
So that those first, let's say the first 7 to 10 years, he wasn't involved with our
I get what you're
stuff.
saying. I get what you're saying.
And then the other time, it's especially when he started playing music.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
So the Vikings suck.
We're done, Abraham.
Oh, we're done. Okay.
And because you're an Eagles fan. So
This
yeah.
was fun. This was
This
fun.
was really good. I think this is just,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. An Eagles fan since when?
Since when?
Bro, he's been an Eagles fan.
Are
like
we gonna
20
do an outro?
Where have you been?
What did I say? Every 3-4 years he switches teams.
Bro, you just became a Vikings fan.
Exactly.
How many times have I changed teams?
He
And
hasn't-
and
he's
obviously
been a-
because I live in
He's
Minneapolis,
been a Lions fan and then just
Right.
changed, so he hasn't been changing teams.
I've been a
he was
Lions.
a Chargers fan.
No, I wasn't. Sarah's a Chargers
Yeah,
fan.
he just he lives in
At
San
some point
Diego.
you
I
were.
was not a Chargers. I've never been a Chargers fan.
Okay,
I've
well-
always been a Lions fan because of
Calvin.
Megatron. Calvin
Yeah.
Johnson.
Now he's an Eagles fan because of the Beast. And then
yeah.
Real Madrid, baby.
I'm
You're
not
an
a Real
Eagles
Madrid
fan because of
Yes,
Jonathan.
you are. I have the text.
No, look. Here's the thing.
I
You're
have the text. Chief.
No,
For-
what?
text for what?
What?
You
what?
said you like Real Madrid?
No, I didn't.
I said
I
Abraham.
said
You
I
are
will-
not
is-
my brother.
Chill.
This is what I
Look,
said.
I will say. What am I doing, West Side?
This is what I said.
I will say.
I said, Abraham, it's
Oh my
time.
God. Oh
It's time to switch and come to the best team. And what did
You
you
have
say?
that in a text?
Yes.
What did I
you
say? What did I say?
Let me. I want to hear what you're gonna say.
I don't remember what I said.
Exactly.
I'll
how
look
are you
it up.
gonna-
Let me look it up.
Look
This
it
is
up.
the most disappointing thing I've heard about you in the
No.
What are you
last
talking about?
10
They got
years.
the best team in the world, and now time out. They didn't even need it, and now we got Mbappe.
I agree.
So stop.
No, listen. Listen.
Even Barca fans are saying
Right.
Real Madrid is the best.
I am saying that.
Even Messi said it.
Listen to me. I am saying that right now Real Madrid is the best team. But I'm saying where is his
There you go.
loyalty?
From the text. Well, I mean, time out, bro. You just said it yourself. I don't bother with him. He's never really been loyal to Barca anyway.
Yeah, he
No,
has.
he hasn't.
I've been a fan.
Yeah, he
Nah,
has.
but not really.
That's the only
Not really
team he's
hardcore.
been solid on.
Like the
No, but
I,
he
that
was,
and the
I
Yankees.
became
He's
I
never been a
became I
hardcore. He was
became
way more. He's more hardcore to the Yankees. He's never
Right.
been.
I've
like
never
a hardcore
like I'm not a
Barca
hardcore
fan.
Barcelona fan, but I became a fan when I saw the Kobe and Messi commercial.
And let's just get one for a commercial.
See, you don't even know.
You don't,
Okay.
you don't remember the commercial?
Yes, but I'm saying you a commercial.
Obviously,
He likes Kobe.
I will acknowledge that Messi is a freaking animal
Right.
on the pitch.
I'm just saying that.
But that commercial solidified
well,
it.
Because
we'll have
it's
this-
rigged. The
we'll-
FIFA's rigged.
We'll have this conversation later.
Yeah,
but
we'll talk
anyway,
about FIFA.
We're
let's
talking
just
now.
get this thing clear.
We have 30 minutes.
We all three and my dad, everybody goes for the Yankees because our grandparents met
At
even
Yankee
at the
Stadium.
Yankee Stadium
Yes, sir.
back in the 60s. So, I mean, we have to go for the Yankees.
Okay,
they're
as
the
I was
best
trying to
team.
say,
go ahead.
the reason I
No,
became
pull up the text.
I can't
I
find
got
it.
receipts, Abraham.
I'm trying to find it. With you. I'm not
You
denying
can't
it.
find it.
I ran
All
it.
of a sudden, you can't find
Let
it.
me find
Madrid.
it.
I'm
Okay.
delante de I'm trying to
Yeah, okay, buddy. I'll find it for you.
find it.
Let's get it here.
I think I said something like I might or something
No,
like that.
you didn't.
Cheeks.
I wasn't like, all right, it's
No,
done.
you didn't.
Honestly, I'm getting teary-eyed. Just
No, but be realistic. Like, yeah, who would
they're
not want
not
to be?
gonna stay.
Who would
yes,
not want to be a Real Madrid
agreed,
team?
but they're not gonna stay on
Real
top
Madrid
forever.
fan. It's going to be for a long time because all their players are 20, 21, 22. Yeah, they will be there for a while. For a while. Let me
So
find
as
it.
he's looking for the text, because I do want to know what I
I
said.
think it was in their TikTok message, so I got to find that.
The reason I became an Eagles fan is because
Jalen Hurts,
the
baby.
year prior to like going to the Eagles, fantasy football, half my team was an Eagles
Okay.
team.
And they did.
And
I
so-
understand that fantasy football.
No, but
it's
he is
affected.
an Eagles fan, though.
I know, but I could see why if half of your fantasy is you watch the games.
Yeah,
and
my quarterback was Jalen Hurts. I had Smith. What's his first name?
Devontae?
Devontae Smith. I had.
Did you win that league at least?
Hell yeah, I did.
Okay.
Got first place in both my leagues with the Eagles teams.
And then you thought, oh,
Well, no, because it's not like
fantasy team's going to be a real team.
It is. They're real
What are you talking
people.
about?
They're real people.
See what I mean?
I-
This guy's outdated.
I know what I'm. Yeah, but I'm
Okay,
saying just because
okay.
your fantasy
So-
team.
Okay, so I
That
said
like
I
made me
sent him a-
watch.
I sent
That made
him-
me watch the games.
I sent
Okay.
him a beautiful video of Mbappe coming to Real Madrid.
Beautiful video.
It was beautiful.
Oh, so this was recent.
This was recent,
Yes,
bro.
this
so
was
your
recent, yeah.
text
I'm not-
was
no.
recent.
But I never.
And I was
never,
like, bro, join us, just like that. And he's like, dude, I've been thinking about it. They're a beast.
That's all I said. But
A real true Barca fan would not say that, but,
but
that's
I,
okay.
but I
But
never,
that's okay.
I never said, you know what, dude, you're right. You know what, these
Abraham,
Cavadas are
let's
dog.
be honest. You're gonna be a Real Madrid fan.
I'm not. I don't
Yes,
think
you
I am.
are.
I don't think I am.
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna be a Borussia
What do you
Dortmund
mean?
team.
I don't think I am. That's like you're
That's
leaving
like-
a.
Just-
you're
just
leaving a
come over
space.
now.
I'm not gonna do it, bro.
Barca people wouldn't want you now.
I don't care.
So
Come
don't-
fight me. What's up?
They wouldn't want you.
Let's go. Where you at?
No, he hasn't crossed the line yet.
I
He
haven't
already
crossed-
crossed the
no,
line
I
when he said,
didn't.
"I'm thinking about it." Come
I
on,
did that.
dude.
Look,
That's
hey.
like a norteño saying, "I'm thinking about going to Los Sureños."
Right.
No offense, I love y'all. Respect for all
Right.
you guys. That don't happen.
that-
They're gonna be like, "No."
I don't care
What are you talking about?
if they don't like me.
But what I'm saying is, might as well. You already
Look.
you already did this.
Right.
Might just go in.
No, because
you're going to the
I'm
best.
looking at him like,
Okay.
You're gonna go for a win. You're gonna go with
Watch.
the winning
I'm
team
gonna
if
send
you
know-
go.
you know-
I'm gonna send you another video like around 12:30.
This is all I gotta say.
you know, when you buy lemons,
You're gonna go. You're gonna jump on the bandwagon, and you're gonna go to a winning team for a couple seasons,
This-
and then it's gonna
I
be
was
all
about to
over,
say something
and
like
it's
that.
gonna be
not.
back to
Hey,
normal. Where
you know-
Barcelona
What do you
is the
mean?
best
You know-
team in the world.
Your team is so in debt right now. That's why they don't have players because they don't know how to freaking
Exactly.
manage their money. That's not
Yes.
one. They're going to be like that for like 4 or 5 years. You guys are lucky.
They'll get a
You guys are
president
lucky.
who'll come in
You guys
and
are
who'll set
lucky.
stuff straight.
You guys are lucky that you have the 16-year-old from Spain, and I'm blanking on his name. He is saving Barcelona right now because he's a freaking beast. You guys are lucky. You guys have him. If not, you guys would be even
As a
trash.
Real
'Cause
Madrid
he's a
fan,
beast. He's a
you think
beast.
Real Madrid is gonna stay on top forever again?
They're going to be on top for like 4 to 5
Forever
years.
again.
They're going to be on top for.
Yes,
And, Chief,
I
this
agree.
This is the thing, Alex. Real Madrid has always been on top, whether 1 or 2. So yes, they will be. They have always.
I'm talking about 1 and 2. I'm not talking about the.
They
the
will
whole league.
always. They will always be 1 and 2.
I'm talking about 1.
They will either be 1 or 2. Yes.
1.
What?
You're
I'm
in
not
forever.
gonna say. I'm not gonna say. How can I say that forever? They're gonna
Well,
be 1.
that's what I'm saying, and I agree that Real
But they're
Madrid's gonna be on
But
top.
if they're 2 the next season, they're right back at 1. Their history shows it.
so what kind of music are you guys into right now?
We're not talking about that. So that'll be another episode.
No, we're already in.
Real
We're
Madrid,
in
baby. Clap,
deep.
clap.
You're already sweating. Let's go right now.
I haven't sweated yet, and I haven't turned my hat backwards, so we good right now. You know what I mean? But this has been good. This is part of growing up in a Hispanic home where we go at it with these things, man, and we're passionate about. This is the thing with me. If it's like if
You've
you're
said
not
this is the
passionate
thing about 7
this-
times right now.
That is the thing. If you're not passionate about it, man,
it's not worth
you're
having
not
the
worth it.
conversation.
So like Cheeks, I'm telling you, you're looking weak right now. You're like titter-totting. Just go.
I'm not teeter totting.
I had 3 seats.
No.
He does have.
That's
He
receipts.
does.
But that's not me saying I'm in.
That's you saying, "Oh, there's a bandwagon. I might jump in."
No, that's
Yes.
not it, bro.
That's exactly it,
Because
bro.
I'm not like looking them up. I'm not seeing.
Yes, you are.
what's
You
good.
loved the video.
I hearted it. Wow.
You hearted the video.
I probably didn't even see it. Like wow.
Yeah, yes, you did.
You hearted the
said,
video?
You said that's beast.
You
I know.
hearted
I
the
said
video?
they're a beast because Mbappe's a beast, bro.
He hearted the video.
I heard the video.
Just go.
Oh
That's
my
what I'm
God.
saying.
Yo,
You're
yo,
already
yo,
playing.
I'm gonna
You went like this already, bro.
No, I'm gonna do whatever I want. First of all.
Well, yes.
I'm not. You're not gonna
But
tell me what to
This is the thing,
do.
though, bro. Like,
You're not gonna tell me what to
gonna
do.
Yeah,
look
you're gonna
better.
do whatever you want, but we're not gonna respect you.
You're gonna
I'm
look
not.
better
I'm
if
not.
you
Gonna,
just switch.
I'm not. No.
Now you're just gonna do it because you're stubborn. Because you're very stubborn.
I don't want. I said thinking about it. That's where I
They're
left
beasts,
it.
bro.
Haven't thought about it since.
Okay.
Would you ever think of hearing me say, "Oh yeah, Jonathan, I'm thinking about it"?
Probably.
Jonathan,
What?
you think I would say something like that?
Well,
So if he was a real
we wouldn't
Barcelona
want you to
fan,
be a Real Madrid fan, though.
okay, says the person I took him to the Real Madrid stadium.
You didn't. First of all, no, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
That's true, bro.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
No, that's,
Because I respect you as a fan of Real Madrid.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with what.
okay,
we're
bro.
talking
Chill.
about.
It's not. This guy's talking like he didn't want to go.
I know.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna wait for you.
I didn't want to go in.
Bro,
I'm gonna
he
wait for
was-
you.
oh,
I'm gonna wait for
stop.
you. This is Alex.
was
I
cheesy.
literally
This is-
went
he
into
was-
the.
This
He
is
was
Alex as
cheesing
as
all
a yo.
over it, bro.
Alex as a
Stop.
Barca fan at the Real Madrid stadium. Hey, I'm gonna wait
Again,
for you outside.
I got receipts.
No,
Listen,
dog.
I got receipts.
I literally have pictures
I got
of me
receipts.
flipping off the,
no, you do
the
not.
trophy room.
I got pictures of you smiling in the Santiago Bernabéu. You are smiling and all happy.
Dang, bro.
I got receipts.
How are you
bro.
a Barca fan right now?
Yes, he's all smiling.
How are you a
and
Barca
stuff.
fan?
Stop.
No, take that
He's like,
membership.
yo, this is
Put it
dope.
in the
He's like,
paper
yo, this is
shredder
dope.
in
It
my
is
office.
dope.
If we would have gone to Barcelona, I would not have walked in the come down. Only if there was a game that Real Madrid was playing. I wouldn't have gone in. I promise. Why?
As a soccer fan,
I'm
This
not a fan
goes.
of
It's
Barca.
more than soccer. That's the slogan of Barcelona. You piece of crap.
Thank you.
what?
I don't. It doesn't
Más
matter if
que
he's a.
club.
Yeah, it's more than soccer. It's more than a club. He's not gonna go in there
I'm not
because
gonna
it's.
go in there.
He's not a fan.
I feel like I'm disrespecting
But you-
my people if I
you
would have
shoot-
I went
you-
in there and flipped them off.
I
No, you
didn't see.
didn't.
I didn't
pictures
know
of-
this.
I got pictures of you and our
Flipping him
homie
up.
smiling.
I bet you. He's smiling
We're
like
hugging. We're hugging the tour. The day they
on
gave
the
us a
press
tour.
conference table. Remember?
She gave us a tour, and then you're smiling. You're like,
Dang,
eh.
it's you,
I got
Saul, and Home
receipts.
Dog. I saw
That's
the
why you
picture.
keep receipts,
That's the
bro.
one picture I remember. Then him.
You were a little too excited for me to Barca. I'm just saying. Like if people would have known that you were a Barca fan, they would have never known.
and you
'Cause
thought,
you were
bro,
excited. That's all I'm saying.
Talk about my loyalty.
Thank you. You were
Okay.
too excited
Nah,
to be a Barca fan.
You have no room to talk anymore. Barca
I
fans
would
don't
have
want
understood
you.
if you would have been mad or be like, this
Shut
is,
up. I am
this
very
is
disappointed.
stupid.
On behalf
You're
of-
like, yo, this stadium is dope. And that was the old one. Now that they renewed it,
And how come you hadn't shown me these texts or told me about this?
what?
Snitches get stitches, homie.
Oh, because I wanted to get him to come out.
Oh,
But
you're,
yeah.
you're giving him
Come
time to
out.
come out.
Come out.
It needs to come from him.
Yeah, and it's not gonna come.
I can't say, hey, Cheeks is a Real Madrid fan.
Because you knew I was
It's
going to
gotta
give
come
him
from
crap
him.
about it.
No, first of all, I wasn't thinking of you. No disrespect. I wasn't thinking about you.
I'm just saying.
But I'm
bro.
disappointed in you. You went into the stadium. You were smiling. Smiling's a big offense, bro. Straight to jail.
Smiling. He's
Straight to
smiling
jail.
at the pitch, looking at the pitch. We took pictures with the lady that gave us the tour. He's smiling. He's cheesing over
Smiling,
there.
cheesing.
Like, yo, this guy's a Barca fan.
Just
Straight to
as a
jail.
soccer.
Did they know? Did
I
the
respect-
staff know that he was a Barca
No,
fan?
they did.
Yes, they did.
You would have
they
died,
did.
bro. You would have died.
No.
You would.
There was a lot of Barca
He
fans
would have
there.
got stabbed.
With
No,
the
there
dude,
wasn't.
you know how big the Spanish noses are? They would have killed you with one of those.
Those
Well,
are the
that was
Argentinian-
racist, but okay.
Those are Argentinian people have big noses.
Yep.
So do Spanish people.
No,
Yeah, they do.
not really.
Look it up. Watch.
No.
You want to show you?
Can we get
Just
off
show
this
me a
racist
picture.
comment here?
It's not a
That's
racist
not
comment.
racist.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, let's go back to like Cheeks
You
saying
being
that you're not a
unloyal.
loyal fan,
Let's
bro.
go back to Alex being unloyal.
That's crazy. Right there.
You were smiling.
Oh, he was.
I'm just. Let me
Time
just.
out. Here's the worst part, bro.
Let me just finish this.
He paid to go to that trip.
Yeah, and he decided to pay to go in
How much was the fee that you remember?
for the
stadium,
tour.
yeah.
The tour was like $50. It was like $50.
Brother,
Well, it was a
So it was
guided tour
65.
because we had the
We
guy.
had the girl. It was a girl.
bro, you're doing this right now.
No,
You're digging your own grave.
I did it as a fan of the league, as a fan of soccer. I respect Real Madrid.
No.
Like he
Not
said,
the way that you
1
were
and
cheesing
2.
about it, bro.
1 and 2. wanted to. You have to respect.
You were excited.
I went
You
into
were
the trophy room
yeah,
and
what
I
do you-
waited for
That's
everybody
what-
to leave, and I took a picture flipping it off.
I remember how much.
I have that
We
picture.
were in the trophy room. He was so excited. He was like, "I wish this was Barca." But for the record, Real Madrid has the most trophies. Boom. They have to.
my
They,
God.
they, they
It's
have to
true.
remodel their trophy room because trophies don't fit there anymore. That's the problem you want to have. But you know,
You should
guys,
resign
this
as a
is
Barca
love.
fan.
This is love. You know?
You have nothing to say right now.
I have everything to say right now.
I don't know, Chief. 'Cause you're still. You're no. You're.
I'm,
You need a. You need a.
You said I'm thinking about it.
yeah, but then I
a
stopped
Barca
thinking
fan
about
doesn't
it.
say that to Real Madrid. You go.
I stopped thinking
No,
about
you
it.
didn't, bro.
Yeah, what? The only reason it's back in my mind is because you brought it up.
You hearted the video. You loved
I
it.
did. It's all there. I was looking
You
at my
could
text.
have put thumbs down.
I was looking
You
at
could
my
put a
text,
question mark.
but it was
You
on
loved it.
TikTok.
Yeah, because if
loved it.
he showed you that, if he showed you another player going and that you liked, you would have just jumped over.
No, because I like
Alphonso
Mbappe.
Davies is coming too. So.
Let me ask you a
What'd say?
question.
Alphonso Davies is coming, baby.
Oh,
Hey.
I thought you said Javante Davis. I was like, he's
Did
a
you
boxer,
say that
dude.
just to make him feel good,
Oh
or
no, because he says dumb stuff out there, so it was to make me feel. He's feeling the tug. So when he's feeling the tug.
He knows to take my words with a grain of salt.
you feel the wagon pulling you or what?
No,
Now you're doing this, bro.
no, I don't feel no wagon. I'm not.
No loyalty.
There really isn't there, bro. If you're a hardcore,
You
Barca
stick with
fan,
your team no matter
you don't
what.
Say that,
Bro, I told you guys, I'm not a hardcore fan. I started this whole conversation by saying that.
So you're not a hard. You were never a hardcore Barca fan. That's what I said.
No,
But
I
you
know
said
he
no,
was.
I said
I
he
never was. I liked him. Like, Messi's dope. Tight. That's it. But I was never like. I'm
You
gonna
would
go get- I'm
you
gonna
would
go
cheer
get
at the
tatted.
Clásicos.
I'm gonna go get tatted. Vizca Barca right here. Nah, never that deep. It's never been that deep. It's never been more than a club for me.
Oh, you definitely need to switch the.
Oh, you're
switch.
done. You're done.
Okay.
All right, that's a
With
wrap
that,
for this
guys,
week.
Love you.
No, let's keep going. I like.
We love
No,
you.
we're gonna have this
No.
conversation off mics here.
Yes.
Me and
You
you.
guys expect a lot more of this. We're excited
You're
that.
stupid. He's signing off.
Okay, somebody need to sign off.
No, go ahead.
No, go.
He's a little mad.
No,
Guys,
he's passionate, right?
let's see. Go ahead.
My blood is boiling right now.
Hey guys, we just
Go
want
ahead.
to tell you that
Hey, so
we
look,
love you. We're excited for this. This is dope. I know of us, a big part of us doing this is just you get to see.
you guys
a little
remember when the
glimpse.
Lakers would beat the Sixers?
You get to see a little glimpse in our lives of these are conversations we have all the time, even through text. Like, it's crazy, you know what I mean? So, man, expect more. And like I said, I just hope that you guys are able to just kick back and have some fun listening to this, watching it, and hopefully there's something that you can relate to.
Bro, you were supposed to
there's
be
a lot
done
of
a
cool
long
things
time
coming
ago.
up here. Make sure that you
Dang.
visit us on
What?
Instagram, TikTok. Follow us. It's gonna be some dope
It's
stuff.
like
that we
him.
have
It's like him
coming up.
following LeBron everywhere
guys, I'm not-
until boom, he lands with the Lakers. It was like,
I'm not.
ooh.
It's not like if I'm trying.
He's
to
a Laker
do something
fan.
Here.
That's what I'm saying.
See what I got to deal with, guys. We love
He's
you
a
guys.
Laker fan.
Peace
Yeah,
out.
and he fought me my whole life
Love y'all.
with the Lakers.
But hold on, the thing about him, he's been a
Oh,
a
shoot.
pe-
Save
a
this.
person fan.
Save this. Yeah, I've always said we're done right now because we need to keep this for the next episode. But I've always said I've been a LeBron fan, so let's not.
That's
even
what
go
I'm
there.
saying. We should always have a little section for sports at the end.
We're
At
gonna
the
talk
end,
about
yeah.
it regardless.
We're gonna
But
talk
I've
about
always said
sports.
I've been a LeBron fan. So if he goes to play in Saudi Arabia, I'm going to Saudi Arabia. I'm a LeBron fan.
just
What do you say?
So you're loyal. I'm not trying to start anything, but your loyalties to a person,
Depending on the sport.
depending on the sport. Depending on the sport.
In basketball, I'm loyal to LeBron.
That's what I'm saying.
No, to a person.
Because at basketball, it's a little bit iffy, bro. But like in every other sport, I'm loyal to the team, but I'm loyal to LeBron. Now when he retires, I'm gonna have to pick a team. So right now I don't think about that. Right now I'm Lakers.
See. Sometimes you just don't think about things.
No, not right now. But when LeBron retires, we're gonna see where we're going.
I'm just saying, before LeBron came on board, you hated the Lakers.
I didn't hate them. I said that they're good.
We'll be posting every week.
I hated Kobe,
So thank you guys for watching.
but he was good. I can't say that.
What did he say?
No,
No, yeah,
record,
terminamos.
record. I didn't say that.